When the US invaded Iraq, it looked a lot like this, except it was like a year of bullshit before the invasion happened. Politicians who are supporting this should be hounded, especially Democrats that are supporting this. What fucking trash. For folks who don't know me well, I have no emotional attachment to the Iranian government. I don't like the Iranian government. Donald Trump is not trying to change the Iranian government. Donald Trump is not trying to support people protesting against the Iranian government. We've seen this time and again from Donald Trump. Just a few weeks ago, he was talking about the poor people of Venezuela and all this oppressive government in Venezuela. Donald Trump kidnapped the president of Venezuela. And ever since then, once they started selling us oil, we've heard very little about the people of Venezuela. We've heard very little about the false claim that Venezuela is flooding the US with fentanyl. It had nothing to do with that. When the US invaded Iraq, it looked a lot like this, except it was like a year of bullshit before the invasion happened. Everything was bullshit. They said, there's weapons of mass destruction, we have to go in and find them. Bullshit. They said that Iraq was this like existential threat to the United States. Obviously, bullshit. Exact same fucking storyline, exact same talking points. The US government has been talking about destabilizing Iran and invading Iran for decades. Back when we were invading Iraq, we were talking about invading Iran. So in some ways, the attack on Iran is very old. Donald Trump is actually not going rogue on this one. This is in line with what people have wanted in the US government for a very long time. Democrats and Republicans. And you can see today some Democrats coming out really excited about this. Prime ministers across the world, all these people who supposedly don't like Trump and they're, we have to get away from the US, like Mark Carney in Canada, like Emmanuel Macron in France, like Keir Starmer in the UK. Oh, this is actually illegal and, this isn't ideal, but, of course we're going to send troops, or of course we're going to continue to support the effort economically, logistically. These countries should be expelling US envoys. They should be expelling the US military from their countries. They should be cutting off fuel assistance. They should be stopping letting us use their airports. This is blatantly illegal. No one is going to be able to show you anything approaching evidence or proof that Iran posed any threat to the United States. There is no threat. Iran has never attacked the United States. Iran has rarely even attacked a neighbor, and that was only at the height of the genocide in Gaza. In the 80s, when the US was supporting Saddam Hussein in Iraq when he was our ally, Iraq invaded Iran. That war lasted almost a decade, killed over 1 million people. We backed the Iraqi dictatorship of Saddam Hussein in that war. He used poison gas against Iranians. He used poison gas on Iraqis. He used poison gas on Kurdish people. We supported that. We supplied him. We supplied him with chemicals he used to make poison gas. And Iran did not attack the United States. So the idea that they're going to attack the United States now is such fucking bullshit. By the time we invaded Iraq, they barely had a functioning military. Afghanistan has no military. Iran does. Iran has a very large population who will fight to defend the government of Iran. Unless they catastrophically bomb the country and kill millions of people, they're not going to change the fact that there are a lot of people there who will fight. It's also very hard to wrap my head around what the US is doing right now without assuming that we're carrying out Israel's foreign policy objectives, which also happened in Gaza, right? This objectively, from a US, hegemonic standpoint, what happened in Gaza is not in the US's interest. It's in Israel's interest. There's no plan for what happens next. Not only is there not a plan, there's no interest. Politicians who are supporting this should be hounded, especially Democrats that are supporting this. What fucking trash. After the shit that the world has been through, that we've been through as a result of these wars, I lost my childhood babysitter in Iraq. He was a soldier. I know so many people who fought in those wars, who came home, some of whom took their lives as a result of those wars. I know about the things they did to other people. I have friends from those countries who lived with the reality of what war looks like when it happens in your home. Everyone who took part in that knows what it looked like and knows what it was. And we know what happened after the wars. The Taliban is still in charge of Afghanistan. 20 years of occupation. Thousands upon thousands of people killed. No difference. Iraq. 10 years of war, hundreds of thousands of people dead. The destabilization we created gave birth to ISIS. I see no possibility that what Trump and the US allies are doing right now in Iran is not going to have very long consequences. This is going to be a shadow that hangs over us and hangs over the world for decades.